And hello, everyone. Welcome to Chomping at the Bit, where I get to talk about all the latest things that have come out. Oh, man. Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, my God. Absolute freaking yes. It was amazing. Right off the bat, it is absolutely amazing. I was smiling ear to ear throughout most of the whole movie. And I swear, it was amazing. It's like this movie literally is a love letter just to comic book fans and just people who love to do matchups, people who love crossovers. This is the crossover everybody, all Marvel fans probably wanted, next to the original Avengers film. And maybe Endgame. And maybe no no way home. But this blows all these all these other all those other movies out of the water. Now, we all know full well, or some people have been thinking, does this change everything up with the MCU and the Marvel universe as a whole? Fuck no, it doesn't. It does not. And again, we already know Marvel, like, we already know the MCU is pretty much done for. It's like nobody cares anymore, but everybody was anticipating this movie. It was great. And I know this is a non-spoiler review, but their chemistry is absolutely amazing. These two, they go at it. They have their moments where they just sit back, where they do sit back and talk. But most of the time they are really playing off each other, and it's literally like antagonistic, but it's glorious. It is absolute gold. And I could not stop smiling. I could not stop laughing. People in the theater were cracking up everywhere you look. I mean, it wasn't as packed as say say Ghostbusters was this year, or some other movies I've actually watched. I mean, some were packed, but I know this one, it wasn't as packed because this was, oddly enough, this was a more early showing premiere at 3:00. And I know 6, it may be a little more crowded, but man, just this movie was just gold. It was absolute gold. But Marvel, this is basically going to be a fluke to Disney and Marvel. It's going to be a fluke, but everything else moving forward, it's not going to stack up. It's never going to stack up. This was probably the last great Marvel film to ever come out. But dang, this is great. The opening was absolutely hilarious. And a certain boy band that actually loves to say bye, and of course, just putting a few dance moves in. It was amazing. Just absolutely, absolutely amazing. And it was just like, I literally was already just smiling from the very beginning. But yeah, going through, just the only thing I'd say about the movie is that Deadpool's world's in danger, and now he has to go save it. Go find Wolverine, and yeah, there's a bit of a montage to do that. And oh man, it's just gonna be so hard to say this stuff without really spoiling it. But I say again, you are not gonna be disappointed with this movie. You are just not going to be disappointed. You are gonna be in stitches by the time the credits are done, and even the end credit scene will literally have you laughing. Even though just like all the other ones, it's just a fun little thing and doesn't add to anything to the Marvel universe like all the other movies have, which again, everything becoming so disjointed now. It's just like the MCU is a complete mess. We all know this. But there are references, and my God, the greatest thing that is the ultimate thing of this movie, and I absolutely loved every second of it, were the cameos, the cameos, the cameos. And believe me, One of them is something that I'm pretty sure everybody wanted for years, but never got the chance. Other people who never really got their, and a few other people that didn't really get their endings. And one where at first you kind of had us at first, but then it turns out to be something completely different. And man, they actually contributed to the plot, and it wasn't just it wasn't just some glorified thing like most of these other things are. It's not like it's not like a blinking and misses Stan Lee thing. These guys, I think these characters who show up, they got their final chance to shine. This was a massive hoorah for these characters, and it was so dang glorious to see all of it unfold on screen. It was just absolutely amazing. And I'll say it straight to everybody. My rating for this movie, and wow, I'm only just talking for about 6 minutes here. This is really nothing really this is really not much to say without really spoiling it, outside of just this movie is excellent, and just go see it, which I will say, yes, you need to go see this. I mean, Disney is probably going to think about, oh, people love this, so why don't we make more of this? No, Disney, stop getting too big for your britches. We know your stock is tanking. Everything about you is horrible. And I know a couple of things. There are a couple of jokes about, like, making a jab at wokeism, but it's not something. I mean, I laughed at those jokes, but yeah, I already know that there are going to be people that are going to lambast it, which again, some critics are but if critics hate it, the movie is good, because in this day and age, we don't actually trust actual film critics anymore. Nobody trusts them. If film critics are praising the movie, it's garbage and it's pandering to you. If critics hate it, it's probably a good movie. So that's just plainly how we see it now. But yeah, that entire sequence with these cameo characters was absolutely glorious. And of course, the final confrontation, you think that our two glorious leading men are done for, but the only thing I will say is that they are still there, because come on. You are gonna actually think you can get rid of the merc with the mouth. Dream on, but I don't expect to see more from him. But again, Ryan Reynolds, again, he was born to play this character. And I mean, I'm pretty sure some people say, just like another certain character or two other characters, one of these characters, I will say this character was born to play this other character that never got a chance to shine. He also was born to play this character he embodied. He was playing. He was born to play this character. And I say he did a fantastic job. Honestly, again, makes you wonder why the frick Fox never took advantage of this. But Ryan Reynolds, he knew. He knew what us fans wanted. He knew. He freaking knew. And one character, like, this character took a big fat dump on a character that basically is going to be replaced. But I'm pretty sure we all know that that's pretty much that certain movie is in development hell, and I think it should just be outright canceled, because there is no replacing this guy as this other character. There is no replacing him other than Ryan Reynolds. There is nobody else who could have done this character justice. And dear God, it was glorious to see him back. And dear God, I was just so happy to see him one last time. In fact, I think I'll probably watch. I think I'll probably watch his movie right after this review, because this dude is freaking epic. Yes, Cassie J. Yes, their chemistry was freaking amazing. Like I said, it was gold, absolute gold. And I will say it, guys. The cameos are also a massive highlight of this movie, and they do something. They're just not shoved in for just reference there, or just do that thing that Brad Pitt does. Oh, look, there it is. It's not like that. They contributed to the plot, and they had their one last. All of them got their last hoorah. One character, we all wanted this character to be on screen, and he got his chance to shine, and he freaking nailed it. But overall, guys, Deadpool and Wolverine is the greatest love letter to comic book fans out there. I might go see it again, and just, my God, Ryan, Hugh, you guys were freaking great. You guys nailed it. You absolutely nailed this movie. But Marvel, nothing's gonna stack up to this moving forward. Nothing's gonna stack up. I mean, we thought No Way Home and even the original Avengers was like the greatest things to grace the silver screen cinematically, but this just puts all those ones to shame. It puts all of them. There's no topping this one. And I mean, again, Ryan Reynolds himself had to move heaven and earth to get this movie greenlit. And all the people that obviously are loyal to a person who I'm just gonna call Og Dyer. Yeah, all the people who are loyal to him, they probably didn't want this movie to happen, but this movie was a fluke. But this is what people freaking wanted, and everyone was anticipated for it. Even in my 2024 slate of Chomping at the Bit I did at the early of the year, I was definitely excited to see this movie. And I know I kind of wrote Twisters off earlier, but it was a fun ride. It was a fun ride to watch, even though it doesn't hold up to the original film, and it's not even connected to the original film. But still, Deadpool and Wolverine is a film that is a must see. Yes, him wearing the costume. It was worth it. It was worth seeing it in full, too. You're going to get to see it in full. And trust me, it was worth it. And hello, Moira. Yes, I'm pretty sure the movie was awesome. I was smiling ear to ear watching this. But my rating, guys, to everyone watching, I will give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. Just go see this movie. You will not be disappointed. See it multiple times if you have to, because just it's really the greatest. Like, I don't know what the runtime is, but it is really going to be worth your time. With that being said, everyone, thank you all for watching, and may God, the Force, and the power, and Marvel Jesus, Merc with a mouth, be with you always. See you next time.